Once upon a time, there was a great and powerful kingdom. This kingdom, known as Rome, was the center of civilization in the Western world. At the forefront of this kingdom was Julius Caesar, the renowned military commander, politician and eventually dictator of Rome. He was a master of strategy and a genius in the art of war. As a result, he expanded the boundaries of his kingdom to encompass new lands, turning Rome into a vast and powerful empire. But not everyone in Rome agreed with Caesar's rule. His reforms threatened the privilege and power of the elite, and his growing popularity with the people made them deeply suspicious of him. As a result, there was much resentment and plotting against the man. On one fateful day, the Ides of March 44 BC, the final confrontation between Julius Caesar and his enemies was about to reach its climax. On this fateful day, a group of senators, led by Marcus Brutus and Gaius Cassius, plotted and conspired together to assassinate Julius Caesar. What would follow would be an historic event that changed the course of history forever. The morning of the Ides of March, Julius Caesar headed for the Senate house to hear his accusers speak. As he arrived, he noticed the fearful and uneasy glances that his fellow senators cast him. It was then that he noticed the dagger in Brutus' hand. It was a calling card from Brutus to his former teacher and mentor that it was time to face the consequences of his actions. The senators soon surrounded Julius with their daggers, slashing at him and stabbing him multiple times. Julius cried out in anguish and then courageously faced his death by standing tall and reciting Et tu, Brute, before falling to the ground dead. The death of Julius Caesar uncovered a storm of confusion, bitterness and grief in Rome. In the aftermath of the assassination, Rome was shaken to its core with no clear leader to guide it. In the face of this tragic chaos, a determined man began his journey to restore order to the city of Rome. His name was Octavian. Was Julius Caesar's grandnephew, who was only 18 when his great-uncle was murdered. Despite his youth, Octavian quickly became a champion of Julius Caesar's legacy. He rallied support from both the upper and lower classes of Rome, yet at the same time, many opposed his reign as emperor. Among those who opposed him were Marcus Brutus and Gaius Cassius, who were now vilified for their role in Julius Caesar's assassination. Despite their attempts to flee Rome and resettle elsewhere, Octavian tracked them down and brought them to justice. Afterwards, Octavian declared himself the Emperor of Rome, renamed himself Augustus Caesar, and the Second Triumvirate, the three-man rule that he founded, was formed to govern Rome. Under the guidance of Augustus and the Second Triumvirate, Rome flourished further than ever before. New laws were passed that promoted civil, moral and political stability while also ensuring the Roman citizens all shared a unified faith. With this newfound order, Rome entered a golden age where learning, art, literature, architecture and commerce all thrived. Augustus created one of the most complex, powerful and long-lasting empires the world had ever seen. The Ides of March, an event historically remembered as a bloodbath and tragedy, had ended in a triumphant redemption for all involved. Julius Caesar, the ambitious and daring leader, was avenged and his legacy lived on. Thanks to the courage of Octavian and the Second Triumvirate, the Roman Empire rose from the ashes of the Ides of March to a breathtaking and glorious age of prosperity. This is the story of the Ides of March, an event in history that changed the course of culture and civilization forever.